Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the ever-growing popular series Yay or Nay Smash Bros. Edition. If you haven't been here before and you're wondering what this is, or if you're wondering how to participate, well, this intro is for you. So very simple. Each Monday, for you, the viewer, you will get 2 uploads right here on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But you'll get 2 uploads. The first video being a Yay or Nay video focused on one specific character, oftentimes requested by you guys. Then the second video will be an updated stat version for all the characters so far involved. It's very fun to gauge interest. So how the series works, the first video will take that character, we will talk about their series, we might even talk about their popularity, maybe some relevancy, maybe some random facts, because why not? And then at the end of the video, I should say, we all vote, yay, we want to see this character, or nay, we don't want to see this character. It's a pretty simple concept. So yeah, it's just a cool way to gauge interest in the Smash community for who they want to see. And by the way, if you're listening this far into the rules, thank you. If you want to participate in any past videos, there is a link in the description to the playlist for the Yay or Nay series. Click that and vote properly for each corresponding video. That's it for the rules. Let's get to the rest of the video. To be or not to be a part of the Yay or Nay series? That is the question. And the answer is to be. Because that is the character we're talking about today. Great opening joke. Woo! I just applauded myself. But so here's the thing. Here's the reason the character is finally getting her own Yay or Nay series is, well, every Thursday or Friday I always put up a Yay or Nay poll on the channel. There's always 5 options. And she's been a part of a few polls over the past couple of weeks. She always gets second place. She always has a very good amount of support for her. There's quite a bit of people that want to see a video in this series dedicated to her. Now, again, she's never won a poll, but like I said, she always gets second. So, you know what? Hey, if you can continue to come in second, people want to see it. You got to give the people what they want. Isn't that right, people watching this video? Hello. But, yeah, so I say we kind of get into it, right? Let's show off 2B a little bit here, shall we? The series, the game, Nier Automata. The game released way back on February 23rd of 2017. Now, it's actually funny because a lot of people think this is the first game in the series. It's actually not. The first game was actually titled Nier, and that released in 2010. And that had very moderate kind of success and, buzz about it. So once Nier Automata released and everyone was like, yo, this is incredible, this is great, everyone thought that was the first installment. And then eventually we just got, Nier Replicant. And a lot of people were expecting or thought that that was either like a sequel to the game, which actually, if I remember correctly, that's a remaster of the first game. So Nier Replicant is like the prequel to Nier Automata, but it's a remaster of the first game. So it's weird, but yeah. So Nier Automata is the sequel. It's the second game in the series, just to set that straight. So, speaking of setting other records straight here, what if we talked about sales numbers? All right, we could do that. Usually we do that anyway. So, showing off this report that I found here, the Nier Automata game, the sequel, the second one, the game actually topped over 4 million copies sold in just the first 2 years that the game was out. 4 million for a sequel to a game where its first installment was very lukewarm at best. 4 million is pretty impressive, right? So a lot of people are like, yo, this thing's actually pretty good. It actually sells, so that's pretty good for the franchise moving forward, which is, well, why they got the remake or the remaster or the Nier Replicant game. That's why they got that. So, yeah, 4 million sales. Pretty good. That reaches quite a bit of people. Well, over 4 million to be exact. But, yeah, so that's pretty cool. And, that kind of just goes to show that the fans like it. The company is behind it. The company wants to, continue pushing it out there. So, good. Let's do it. Right? So, speaking of kind of like getting behind the character and kind of getting her out there a little bit more. Well, here's a nice little fun fact for you. Did you know that 2B, she was actually a guest character in Soulcalibur 6 as a, guest character, as a part of the game's first round of the first DLC cycle. So yeah, she was, I believe, the very first DLC character in Soulcalibur 6, which is pretty cool. Now, if you think about this, right? Soulcalibur, the game, is created by Bandai. And who happens to work on the Smash Bros. Universe? Well, Bandai definitely lends a really big helping hand to the game. So, on the off chance, say Nintendo was interested in acquiring the license to 2B, well, they have the perfect partner to ask to get, the details and the info that they need, right? Bandai's like, yeah, we worked with it. We worked this out. You want the info? We got you. And then look, it makes it that much easier if Nintendo wanted to go down that route, which they very well could. They very well could. So, yeah, you just never know. If we're at this point in speculation where, I mean, it's kind of been like this, like always for Smash Bros. You can never predict who's next. We might like to think we can, but Nintendo always surprises us. They always throw us a curveball, and most of the time they're really good curveballs. We swing and miss at the guesses, but they knock it out of the park, or at least hit a double, or at least get on base. Yeah, either way. Let's just move on to the moveset here, because I know some people will say, well, you know what, 2B, she's a character, she has a sword. Okay, pass. Now hold on. So 2B first and foremost, how do you describe her? She's like a humanoid android combat thing. Yeah, that's the official title. Humanoid android combat thing. Look it up. Please don't. It's not the thing. But no, she's like a humanoid combat android thing. Okay, so she's very skilled in combat, right? She uses several different types of weapons. She does actually use hand-to-hand in her combat style as well, if needed. So she can mix it up in terms of how she battles, which is always good. Make it a little bit more diverse instead of just, hey, I have a sword that I swing. Oh, wow, that's incredibly new. We don't have enough of those on the roster, do we? But the thing is, like I said, she's got plenty of different moves. But for the first move here, okay, I'll show off the sword attack. Okay, look, I know it seems bland, but it's kind of like her main weapon that most people associate her with. So odds are she's gonna have a sword in her moveset. But don't worry, I swear, this is not all she does. But basically, sword attacks. Swiping the sword, swinging it, and slashing and all that stuff, right? But the sword, like I said, it's not the only weapon. She does use other weapons like what? She's got a spear. What else does she use? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. She's got something. What are those? Like I said, hand-to-hand combat bracers. That's what it is. So combat bracers she uses. So yeah, she's not just an anime swordswoman, if you want to put it like that. She definitely isn't. So yeah, she's got other weapons if you really wanted to go down that route. So, but again, probably the main primary weapon would be a sword. But let's move past that. Let's go to something else. This one I really like. This one, it would be so cool. And it's just, I don't know what you want to call it, different pods? They're pods. We'll call them that. So I could see this kind of being like a neutral special. So let's explain the pod here thing. So the pod itself, there are several different types of these. And what are pods? Well, pods are these things that kind of float around in the air, hovering around 2B the whole time. So each pod, okay. Let's back up a little bit. For the attack, you press neutral button and it might pull up, say, a selective wheel for these different pod options. And a few of them would be like the Gatling pod, fires out rapid, Gatling shooting motion things. There is a laser pod, which, self-explanatory, shoots out lasers. Cool. And then there's also a missile pod. So you got like different pods that you can choose from. Maybe the Gatling is very fast and very quick, but very light damage. Laser might be, a tiny bit slower, but a little bit more damage. And then missiles are going to be the big hitter. So, different pod options that are floating around 2B this whole time would make for a very fun, always kind of active move for the character. Like, we don't think about that. That could be broken though, right? A move that is always active. We don't have anything like that in Smash Bros. So, what if 2B was, you just press neutral special, you choose which pod you want, and then it is there on her character for the entire duration of her stock. Unless it gets attacked, then it blows up, just to make it a little bit more fair. And Also, to make it fair, they probably don't have a ton of health, so, you know, they're not just always out there. But if you can protect it well enough, it's going to be out there for a while and just kind of doing a little chip shot, little poke damage every now and then, and that will add up over, you know, stock time. So, pretty cool stuff there. And then last thing, like I said, she does kind of have like hand-to-hand combat style for moveset. And I think the last one I'll go with is the spin kick. How about that? So as I could see this like as a smash attack. Now, maybe even a forward air now that I think about this. But either way, 2B delivers like this big spin kick that could hit the opponent twice. But you know, it's pretty much like I just explained. It's just a big spin kick. Nothing too crazy, but hey, it's what she does, so put it into her moveset, right? So I'm just trying to make it so it's not just sword slash, sword swipe, you know. I'm doing different things here. So she's got a good moveset potential. There's other things that I didn't touch on, but, you know, we'll save that for another. Okay, you know what? Now, we'll talk about one other thing here. I think some people might know where I'm going with this, and it's her self-destruct function. Okay, so or self-destruct ability, if you will. So basically, if you activate this self-destruct ability, she loses her skirt, okay? Now, since Smash Bros. Is for good boys and girls, most likely if 2B were to come into the game and have the self-destruct function, yeah, that might need to be tweaked a little bit. Maybe she doesn't lose any articles of clothing, no matter how many, or, well, maybe not everyone, but there's some people that would probably prefer that. Got to stay true to the character, am I right? But, yeah, so self-destruct function, maybe that's just her final smash. I don't know. But, yeah, that'd have to be altered in some way, I would assume, for Smash Bros. Either way, the character herself, I find her very intriguing, very different. I'll be honest, I know somewhat about, I've played a little bit of Nier Automata. It wasn't totally, I didn't get sucked into the game like some people might, so it wasn't really like a huge, yo, I love this game, I need more of it. It was just kind of like a, you know what, I'm trying to play it, but maybe the game's just not for me. So, sadly, I'm going to give her a nay. Not that I say she's a bad character. No, don't twist the words. I think if she gets into Smash Bros somehow, there's no objections from me, okay? There's no objections. But the best way for me to put this, I'm giving her a nay because I'm just not actively rooting for her to become playable. All right, that's just the best way for me to put that. So, yeah, that's all we got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know what you guys think. Yay or nay. And, you know, just be kind in the comments. Be nice. You know, we don't need no negativity around here. So, yeah, either way, that's going to be it. Friendly reminder, there was another Yay or Nay character yesterday, which happened to be Ratchet and Clank from the, Ratchet and Clank series from, you know, one of those Sony IPs. So, curious to see how they play out once we get the updated stats next week. But that's next week. Today's today. Today is wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.